Alright guys, welcome to another tutorial, and this is just a real quick one about how to use the gdx-tiled-preprocessor. If you had texture bleeding or something, people might have advised you to use it, and yeah, just in general, how to use the gdx-tiled-preprocessor. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get the latest nightly build, or if it's in the current stable one, you can also get that one, but I always recommend to get the latest nightly one. And you download that and you put it in some folder. I got it right here. I'm sorry that you can't really read it, but this is libgdx nightly latest.zip. Then you want to extract it, and that's okay. You already have the tiled preprocessor. Then it's in the extensions folder, gdx-tiled preprocessor, and there we go. Here's the jar. You also have the sources. It's just two classes. It's not this complicated. And yeah, how do we use it? So I made a folder here called tiled preprocessor test with an input directory that has the tiles image from my tiled map game series. You probably know this image, and a tmx map file. So that's just a normal map that I made with a tiled map editor. Then there's an output directory, and well, it's currently empty. We want to fill that. So at first, let's let's go in the libgdx nightly latest and create a new file. So for this I'm going to use the Genie editor, zoom in a little bit, and yeah, let's go. So we want to use the Java command to run the jar that we have in extensions gdx-tiled-preprocessor. We want to run that jar here. So we are going to write Java. And now we have to put all the stuff on the class path. So since you're programming in Java, you probably know what the class path is, I hope. If not, it's basically just a bunch of locations for Java to look up all classes. So if you write, I don't know, some class in the code, it has to find it. So this is where it's going to find all these classes. For this, we are going to write -cp for class path, and well, all of the locations that we wanted to look at. So the tiled map preprocessor needs a few ones. At first, it needs gdx.jar, which is right here. So all that we have to do is write gdx.jar. Now, to list more entries, more locations for the class path, it kind of differs between Linux, Mac, and Windows. On Windows, which is what you're probably using, you use a semicolon and just continue writing. You could also say some folder slash. On Linux you use forward slashes, but on Windows you use backward slashes. So whenever you see me writing this, you're gonna write this, okay? And for Linux you don't use these semicolons, you use colons. So yeah, that's basically what you have to watch out for. Anyway, here we are again. We have put the gdx.jar onto the build path, onto the class path. Now let's put the gdx-natives.jar on the class path. Okay, whatever, you know what I mean. Let's put it on there. So on Linux we use colons and write gdx-natives.jar. Another colon, and we have to put the gdx-backend-lwgl on there. So gdx-backend-lwgl.jar. The next one is the gdx-backend-lwgl-natives.jar. And then we need some from the extensions folder. So we write the colon again and then extensions. And now, like I just said, on Linux and Mac it's this, on Windows is this. Extensions, gdx tools, and in here just the gdx-tools.jar. The next one we want to put in is, well, actually the gdx-tiled-preprocessor, because otherwise we don't get very far. So again, extensions, gdx-tiled-preprocessor, And well, there it is. gdx-tiled-preprocessor.jar. And I think we should be ready to go. Now we put the whole class path available for the Java command, but we didn't actually tell Java which class to execute. So if we have a look at the source of the gdx-tiled-preprocessor, we can see that in the tiled-map-packer.java there is a main method. If I just find it, here it is. There is the main method, and it also has a few instructions here. You can read those, but it's not really complicated, actually not at all. So since the tiled-map-packer.java has the main method, we probably want to execute that one. Now we just have to know the path like you would import it in Java, and that is com bedlogic gdx tiled-map-packer.java. So com.bedlogic.gdx tiled-map-packer. You don't have to give it the main method because it's going to search for the main method. Now you probably also wondered, what is this string array called args always for here? Well, you probably also know, but it is to pass in arguments via the console, and this is what we're going to do. So let's pass in some arguments. The first one is going to be the input directory, and if I just freaking find the actual file, oh, there we go, we can give it the input directory. So the input directory is, like I just made these folders here, tiled-preprocessor-test input. So we write tiled-preprocessor-test/input. That's it. We now have given it the input directory, and it's going to search for all map files in here. Okay, so for all the map files, we don't have to write /map.tmx because it's going to search for all map files and process all of them. And it's going to pack all the map files into one single tile sheet. So watch out that you don't have multiple ones on there if you just want to pack one. Then we have to give the output directory, also pretty simple, tiled-preprocessor-test output. And that's it. Now, how do we run this? We put this in a text file, but it's not really running at all. The easiest way to do it is probably to copy it, open up a terminal, go to the LibGDX nightly latest location right here. We have to go into this folder, which in my case is on, so you want to go there with cd for change directory. Where is it? Documents, development, LibGDX, LibGDX nightly latest. Okay, now we're in this folder, and now we can just go ahead and paste that in. On many terminals, I don't know if it's the case in Windows too, but at least on Linux you have to press Control, Shift and V, because Control V is going to give you this little ugly thing. I don't know what it's for. Well, okay, it's some kind of input, but yeah, you want to press Control, Shift, V. So once you did that, it should be ready to go. And it says the input directory does not exist. Okay, well that makes sense because remember, we are in the LibGDX nightly latest folders. This means we are in here. And I just went ahead and said the input directory is tiled-preprocessor-test. And where is that in here? It's not in here. So we somehow have to get out of this folder to be able to access the folder here. That's pretty simple. We just say previous folder using a double dot. So double dot stands for previous folder, and there we go. Now we can copy this again and put it into the console, and it should be running. There you see, it added all these, basically tiles. And now in the output directory, we have the tile set with, well, the packed tiles. Looks great, doesn't it? And an atlas for that. So, well, that's basically what we had not before. This is, a texture atlas, just how you know it from LibGDX. Texture atlas files. You can now use this to load the map using the atlas tmx map loader in your game. But there's also a nice little feature of the tiled map preprocessor that is probably a good idea to use. So let's just go ahead and delete all the files that he made for us. And we still have them in the input directory. But in the map, I'm actually not using all of these images. Check out all of these images. I'm actually not using them. I'm probably just using this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, a few more. But I'm not using all of them. So why would I pack them all into the map tile set if I don't even need them? That just eats up space, and it's just not good in general if you need too much space. So there's one more thing that we can do, and is we append minus strip minus unused, and this is just going to say, yeah, we want to strip the unused tiles, so we don't want to pack the tiles that are not being used anyway into the tile set. Now we copy this again, go into the terminal, not in that one, that's one I'm recording with, and yeah, just do it again. And this was way faster because he just had to pack a few tiles. As you can see, stripped ID number and basically all of them. So let's go and see if it worked. In the output directory, we have the tile set with the packed files, with the packed tile set, and you see I just used these few. So why would I pack them all? Okay. Now one more thing. You probably don't want to write all of this out every time you use the tiled map preprocessor, because actually if you zoom out we see that it's quite a bit, and you don't want to write that out all the time. Instead, we can save this to a file and run the file. So on Linux, you want to save as well. At first, let me get to the correct location. Development, LibGDX nightly latest. And you want to just save this as, I don't know, gdx-tiled-preprocessor.sh. sh stands for shell and means this is a shell script. On Windows, you want to call it .bat for batch file. So basically just a batch of commands to execute. In this case, just one command, but however, it's called BAT. On Windows, you can just double-click the BAT and it's going to run. On Linux, you're going to do it differently. So it's called gdx-tiled-preprocessor.sh for me now because I'm on Linux. I save this. I can close this down, and I can also close this down. Let's delete everything that he made for us. Go back into output. Go back into the LibGDX nightly latest folder. And now we have the gdx-tiled-preprocessor.sh here. So how do you run this sh file? Because if I just double click it, it just opens it up again for me to edit, but I don't want to do that. So we need, at first, let me just zoom out to quickly open up a terminal. Actually, we can do this in here, LibGDX nightly latest. I'll open just up a terminal, and all that you have to do is write sh gdx-tiled-preprocessor.sh, the file that you just made, and it's going to do it again. Okay. So that's it for the tutorial on the gdx-tiled preprocessor. I hope it kind of cleared this up and you know how to use it. You can then go into your game and load this with the Atlas TMX map loader, but that's another thing and probably not this complicated as well. So alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, I hope. And yeah, until then, have fun developing.